Hi, welcome to this little sample here of how I teach my CFA Level 2 classes. Again, my name is Nathan Ronen, and the intent here is for a couple minutes to show you if you decide that you'd like me to be your instructor for the Level 2 program to get you through the Level 2 program and on to Level 3, what is it that you can anticipate from my videos, from my on-demand videos? What's his teaching style? What's he like before I decide to buy the videos and possibly not be able to get my money back, if that's always your concern. But here's the thing, I think that you're going to be very happy, so what I'd like to do is show you a little sample for a few moments about how I actually teach the material in the Level 2 program. First of all, I do not use PowerPoint slides. I don't use bullet points and all that because I think that those kinds of workbooks with PowerPoint slides or bullet points forces you to memorize rather than to understand. And on the Level 2 exam, if you're going to think that you can just memorize the entire program and then regurgitate it on the exam, you're not going to be able to do very well on those item sets. So my whole point is understand, don't memorize. To illustrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a portion of a topic that is discussed in the equity material at Level 2. And that is the concepts of free cash flow to the firm and free cash flow to the common shareholders. We designate that as FCFF for free cash flow to the firm and FCFE for free cash flow to the common shareholders. What you should see right now next to me is a little bit of 4 formulas, which are actually presented in the reading materials, in the curriculum materials, and even in the prep providers materials. So you can follow me using the curriculum materials, the CFA books, or if you purchased one of the prep providers materials like Wiley or Kaplan, Schweizer's materials, you could follow me here, and I would tell you what learning outcome statement I'm covering. But in any case, to show you here, how do we calculate free cash flow to the firm? Before we even just go and memorize these crazy formulas, I would never want to memorize these formulas because the more I memorize, the less I understand, and the more I'm inclined to make a mistake. So first of all, what I like to do is show you what is free cash flow to the firm. What are we actually capturing when we talk about free cash flow to the firm? Well, when it comes to cash flows, there's no universal definition of how to calculate the cash flows of a company. If you asked 2 analysts to calculate the cash flows of a company, they'd probably come up with 3 different answers, okay? But the point is that because there's no universal definition that says this is the way we calculate the cash flows of a company. One analyst might say, you know what, I'll just take net income and add back any kind of non-cash charges. Another analyst might say, you know what, a company's cash flows, it's cash flow from operations right off the statement of cash flows. Another one might use EBITDA as a proxy for cash flows. Many different ways that one could calculate the cash flows of a company. What the CFA program has basically done is they try to create more uniformity because they know that a lot of people are going through this program. So if they could try to harmonize or create greater uniformity in how analysts that got the charter calculate the free cash flows of a company, then they could basically say, okay, now we have greater continuity or conformity around the board. So they provide in the readings 4 different ways to calculate free cash flows to the firm. The first 3 are using what's called an income statement approach. So number 1, 2, and 3 are using an income statement approach. And the 4th formula that you see in front of you is based on the statement of cash flow. So it's a statement of cash flow approach.